are the assigned group to discuss about the Chapter 8. And we will talk about teachers as curriculum leaders. Group 8 members: Dael Geraldine Cabardo, Dilis Reyes Cleofi Asoy, Doler Bibita Paratan, Dumagat Angel Rabong, Idolsa Jolina Hamak, Ilardo Maria Joy Alvarico, Ilumbaring Enrique Paman, Insel Evie Angeline Taloksoy, Squadro Carlo Lacchio, Pajardo Flordelis Labawo. The topic to be discussed are the following: Key rules of teachers as leaders in curriculum processes, teachers as curriculum leaders in instructional planning process, teachers as curriculum leaders in evaluating instruction, teachers as curriculum leaders in the K-12 education reform, teachers as curriculum leaders in the elementary grades, teachers as curriculum leaders in junior high school, teachers as curriculum leadership of 21st century learning, exercising curriculum leadership in selecting textbook and other instructional materials, developing teachers as curriculum leaders, reflections on teachers as curriculum leaders. Now, let's have the first topic that will be given to us by Ma'am Geraldine Dael.
Good day, everyone. Before I proceed, let me allow to introduce myself. I am Geraldine Dael, BE Ed 3 Batch 2, Group 8 member. The first who will present our general topic is all about teachers as curriculum leaders. This chapter discusses significant literatures and various ideas that explore the important role of teacher as curriculum leaders. So here's the first topic: key roles of teachers as leaders in curriculum processes. Teachers play an important role in almost all activities related to curriculum processes. They are also the chief implementers of curriculum as they are directly involved in the teaching and learning processes. They are catalysts of the development of individuals and societies. They also have a strong passion of mission to make a positive difference in the lives of students. Teachers also are the key source of knowledge and developers of skills and values that are imperative for human life. Teachers also are curriculum leaders in the educational system. So, what is curriculum leaders? Curriculum leaders can be simply defined as set of important rules and activities that each teach us in relation to curriculum planning, curriculum design, curriculum implementation, and curriculum evaluation. These rules are important in the education processes. Being a curriculum leader allows every teacher to see themselves as prime movers and advocates of reforms at any level from local school, district, division, region, and national level. These are the roles and functions of teachers as curriculum leaders from letters A to Z. A. Advocate positive curricular reform to ensure quality of education. B. Broaden understanding of the teaching and learning process. C. Conduct research to enhance curriculum content and improve teaching and learning. D. Develop appropriate curriculum for students. E. Evaluate curriculum materials and the implementation of curriculum. F. Facilitate activities to ensure public understanding of every single curriculum reform. G. Gather important data needed for curriculum planning. H. Harness community resources and curriculum development. I. Innovate curriculum and instruction. J. Justify the need to innovate, evaluate, and develop curriculum. Key. Know every learner needs, issues, and interests. L. Lobby congressional support for bills that are needed for curriculum reforms. M. Manage curriculum implementation and curriculum change. N. Nurture creativity and critical thinking in the curriculum. O. Orient teachers, students, parents, and other stakeholders on the new curriculum. P. Provide updated knowledge on the subject we teach. Q. Quality acceptable curriculum ideas and theories. R. Reflect on different researches that influence the curriculum. S. Select appropriate instructional strategies, method, and approaches. T. Train teachers who will implement the curriculum. U. Understand implications of social issues and social changes in the curriculum. V. Validate the contents of the curriculum. W. Win support from stakeholders and government on needed curriculum reforms. X. Closing out bureaucratic barriers to curriculum implementation. Y. Yearn for quality education through a relevant and responsive curriculum. Z. Zero out relevant and erroneous curriculum content and materials. The task of teachers as curriculum leaders may seem to be very ideal and overwhelming, considering the fact that teacher education in this country needs major reform. However, time is changing so fast and schools cannot wait and simply respond to the needs of the society. That's all about key roles of teachers as leaders in curriculum processes. So, let's move on to the next reporter.
Good day, everyone. I am Cleophie de los Reyes, a B-3 Batch 2. I belong to group number 8. My topic is about teachers as curriculum leaders in instructional planning process. So before we proceed to the discussion, I will give you first the meaning of curriculum and instruction. So the meaning of curriculum, it refers to the lesson and academic content that taught in schools or in specific courses or program. Instruction, it is the transfer of learning from one person to another person. According to Olivia, Ornstein, and Hankins, curriculum and instruction are inseparable. The instruction is part of curriculum process that deals with the implementation of the curriculum. What is curriculum leadership? Curriculum leadership is broader in scope and has more functions compared to instructional leadership. The instructional leadership is one of the functions of the curriculum leaders. What is instructional leadership? So instructional leadership is always associated with the school administrators, particularly the school principals and the school heads. Mark Ewan pointed out that instructional leaders must be knowledgeable about learning theory, effective instruction, and curriculum. These are the functions of instructional leadership and curriculum leaders. Supervise the implementation of curriculum and academic standard, promote school culture and climate conducive to teaching and learning, communicate the philosophy, vision, and mission of the school, train teachers and school staff, lead the development of purchase or instructional materials, prepare the school budget for instruction, observe classes of teachers, check assessment tools, exams, and authentic assessment. Riser Index Model. Develop an instructional planning model that presents a very logical sequence of instructional planning. Riser Index Model, the teachers need to ensure that the curriculum standard and competencies as reflected in the instructional goals are implemented carefully. Riser Index Instructional Planning Model. First, motivation. Second, presentation of objectives. Third, recalling prerequisites, skills, and knowledge. Fourth, presentation of information and examples. Fifth, practice and feedback. Sixth, summary. And the last one is assessment. In this lesson, the teacher may use several teaching strategies and learning activities in each procedures to ensure the success of instruction. Second, teacher need to respond to the learning needs of the students and align their teaching styles. Third, instructional media and other instructional materials also play an important role in instruction. Fourth, implementing instruction includes actual teaching and learning processes. And the last part of process is revision of instruction. In this process, the teacher will use the result of students' assessment in revising instruction. Teacher as curriculum leaders need to know how to utilize assessment in improving classroom instruction. That's all and thank you.
Good day to everyone. I'm Libita Pidolier, B.Ed. 3 Batch 2. I belong to group number 8. My part is the teachers as curriculum leader in evaluating instructions. Now I'm sharing with you my topics about teachers as curriculum leader in evaluating instructions. Evaluating instructions is important functions of teachers as curriculum leader. Teachers need to ensure the curriculum is implemented, to ensure that the standard competencies are taught, and to measure the effectiveness of learners for how it implemented. So in evaluation, teachers have the following procedures that follows. First, planning for the evaluation. Second, determine instructional evaluation design. Third, develop instructional evaluations and instrument. Fourth, collecting data. Fifth, analyzing data. Sixth, report findings, result of their instructional evaluation. So during the actual observations of classes, the teachers focuses on the following. First, appropriateness of the activities and the strategies of the students of the topic. Second, the usefulness of the instructional materials and the desired objectives. And the third, classroom environment for the learners. And the fourth, the content knowledge. And the sixth one is the classroom management and the relationships between students and the teacher, and the effectiveness of the presentations, concepts, and the process of the procedure.
Hello everybody, I am Angela Dumagat of B.Ed. 3 Batch 2. I am one of the member of Group 8, and our topic is all about teachers as curriculum leaders. And my part is all about teachers as curriculum leaders in the K-12 education reform. Teachers as curriculum leaders in the K-12 education reform, the Republic Act 10533, or otherwise known as the Enhanced Basic Education Act of the Philippines, includes specific provisions for teachers and principals to exercise leadership roles not only in instruction but also in curriculum. Republic Act 9155, otherwise known as Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, also specifies important provisions wherein teachers play important roles to promote and protect the rights of every citizen to quality basic education. Teacher empowerment is at the heart of K-12 education. With all the reforms and innovations in the K-12 education program, teachers need to view themselves as curriculum leaders performing the following functions. Teachers must ensure effective implementation of curriculum standards and competencies. Develop and evaluate curriculum materials that are appropriate for the students. Develop assessment and evaluation tools to assist learning. Plan activities that will help implement the curriculum. Plan and evaluate curriculum. Solicit support from parents and other stakeholders. Make curricular decisions at the school level. Conduct research to improve learning and improve content. Since the K-12 curriculum is a standard-based curriculum reform, all teachers are compelled to focus their attention on the following. 1. Clarify of the standards. When we see clarify of standards, teachers should know the essential standard that every student should learn in the curriculum. These standards are content, skills, and values or attitudes that students need to learn and master. 2. Visibility of performance measure. When we say visibility of performance measure, teachers need to ensure that its curriculum standard shows visible outcome or performance. And 3. Consistency of communication. When we say consistency of communication, teachers should effectively communicate the standards to all students. All teachers need to share the vision of K-12 education. They need to continuously improve their mastery of the subjects and disciplines that they teach. They also need to significantly improve their pedagogical skills. The K-12 program needs teachers who are creatively innovative. They need to develop new ways of responding to the needs and interests of the learner. And they need to effectively devise reliable ways to assess and evaluate the learning of students. And that's all for my topic. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Jelina Ichidalsa, B-3 Batch 2, one of the member of Group 8. My topic for today is all about teachers as curriculum leaders in the elementary grades. When we say elementary grades, primary or elementary education is always regarded as the laboratory of life. As such, its primary goal is to develop the basic skills, literacies, and life skills that all learners need to prepare for life. The subjects are designed to provide necessary information to help learners understand the world and the rules, and develop necessary skills that they need every day. The elementary curriculum is essential in helping every learner learn how to learn, become creative and critical thinkers, and to become builders of the society. The subjects include important knowledge, skills, and values that all must learn to become useful citizens and effective leaders in the society. So as a teacher, we teach the children how to prove their knowledge and how to make their own skills, because some of children they want to know to do this or what have their mind. We must prepare if we teach them, because children they have a lot of questions. Especially the elementary curriculum will expose learners to the knowledge embedded in each subject. This knowledge contains history of people and society, cultures and values, life skill, communication through language and other forms, thinking skills, quantitative reasoning, and basic understanding of the natural and physical world. Teachers as curriculum leaders in elementary level are starting to mold the mind and character of the future leaders and citizens of the world. Their role as curriculum leaders requires them to develop curriculum that will facilitate the development of the mind, body, and character of the student. Teachers will need to present knowledge in the classroom or through alternative learning in dynamic and innovative ways, requiring new types of instructional materials, new technology, and new pedagogies. Teachers as curriculum leaders are researchers. They study carefully how children learn, discover new ways of teaching and learning, and discover new relevant information related to the subject they teach. They also explore various ways of how to effectively assist learning. Teachers expose their students to integrative learning in the elementary grades. They teach students to see the connection between and among subjects and see their application to everyday life. Teachers as curriculum leaders are empowered to design a new learning environment that celebrates diverse ideas and learning styles. They utilize technology effectively in teaching, and they make decisions on curriculum content. And that's all. Thank you.
For this discussion, we will going to discuss the teachers as curriculum leaders in junior high school. I am Maria Joy Alvarico Ilardo, a third-year B.Ed student from Philippine Advent College, Sindangan Campus. Your reporters for this topic. Teachers as curriculum leaders in junior high school. The junior high school of the K-12 includes grade 7 to grade 10 of the secondary level and serve as the entry points of students to the rigors of various disciplines in the areas of science, social sciences, mathematics, humanities, and applied disciplines, and home economics and vocational technology. The curriculum of junior high school. First, follows the spiral curriculum design, enable the learners to see the seamless connections of one topic to another at the horizontal and vertical levels. Second, spiral progressions of content is observed in the scope and sequence of the curriculum. And the third one is teachers will need to master their disciplines and allow every learners to experience and examine the beauty of each discipline. In the junior high school, students will be first exposed to higher level of learning. The first encounters to study the disciplines as disciplines and not as subject. Second, expose higher mathematics such as algebra, trigonometry, calculus, and geometry. The third one is introduce the Asian history, world history, economics, and deeper learning of Philippine history. The fourth one is discover world and Philippine literatures. The fifth, experience more of the applied disciplines that they will need in every life. And the sixth one, presented natural sciences in a spiral curriculum integrating physics, chemistry, biology, earth science, and general sciences. In the junior high school, teachers are first, assume leadership's rules by sharing their disciplinary expertise to the students. Second, content experts and effective facilitators of teaching and learning process. Third, plan effective lessons, selecting content, and identify strategies that are relevant to the students. Fourth, understand the complexity of learners' behavior in this stage of life. And the fifth one is serve as behavior compass for students to emulate. So that is my topic for this lesson. So let's proceed to the next reporter.
Good day everyone, my name is Enrique Pilumbaring from B-3 Batch 2. My task this day is to present teachers as curriculum leaders of 21st century learning. The 21st century is marked with various changes and challenges brought by forces like globalization, changing individual and social value system, economic situation, political issue, cultural diversity factors, massive influx of information technology, environment issues, and the increasing amount of information made available to the public. These factors demand that education must innovate and reshape itself to meet the needs and challenges of the people and the society. In grade 1, it was more of a privilege for learners whose parents can afford kindergarten education for them. It was desirable but not mandatory. The Kindergarten Education Act now mandates all children aged 5 to enroll in kindergarten. A diploma in kindergarten is now a prerequisite to enroll in grade 1. The Department of Education issue a curriculum to be implemented by all kindergarten schools in the country. This curriculum includes several domains that need to be developed among young children. The kindergarten curriculum includes the following areas. First, values education. Second, physical health and motor development. Third, mathematics. Fourth, understanding of the physical and national environment. Fifth is the sensory perceptual motor development. Sixth is social and emotional development. Seven, understanding of the social environment. And the last one is the language, literacy, and communication. The new kindergarten curriculum needs teachers who are highly trained in handling young children behaviors and in guiding them towards learning. It will need teachers who are not only implementers of the curriculum but curriculum leaders who will make decisions about the selection of content, materials, and assessment tools to be used. It will need teachers who advocate children's education, rights, and the protection. The inclusion of kindergarten in the formal education curriculum of the country necessitates all educators to study the child-centered philosophy and the content of standardization of curriculum and modernization of pedagogy. There is a need for teachers to review the curriculum standards to ensure that the learners progress. And they need to find ways on how play and other progressive approaches will fit in the new roles of standards-based education.
Lourdes L. Fajardo, BF3 Batch 2. In my part, we will discuss about exercising curriculum leadership in selecting textbooks and other instructional materials. So for me, as soon to be a teacher, I should be empowered to select textbooks and other instructional materials that they use in their classes. So we need to find the textbook instructional materials that they are needed to, so that they can be easy for them to know on how to do. In the year of 2015, the Department of Education developed a framework for developing and selecting textbooks and instructional materials. The framework prescribes that all textbooks and instructional materials are: the first one is about aligned to the K-12 curriculum. It says that the textbooks and other instructional materials should follow the curriculum standards and competencies prescribed by the K-12 curriculum. So, if we say competency prescribed by the K-12 curriculum, the instructional materials and the textbooks should be follow what the curriculum are. The second, about contain expert system of knowledge. This is all about the authors that they are experts in their fields should write the textbooks and their other instructional materials. It's contained the expert system that part of the textbook has writing the fields or the other instructional materials. The third one is have provision for differentiate instruction. So, it is part to provide activities and assessment strategies that are relevant to the learning styles and thinking preference of the learners. Should we have a differentiate instruction? It is very important activities or assessment in every learning styles. The fourth one, provision for reflective thinking. This part is the instructional materials and textbooks should engage the learners to develop deeper understanding of the lesson, which is the critical, the creative thinking, and encourage to reflective thinking, so that the instructional materials and the textbook should be engaged to them, to all the learners, to understand what the lesson are. The last one is about the provision for parental and community involvement. This is about the textbooks that instructional materials should encourage the parental and community involvement. That one of them is that instructor materials should have a parental community involved. That's all my topic, that all about the exercising curriculum leadership in selecting textbooks and other instructional materials. Thank you and God bless. Good evening everyone, this is Florgis L. Fajardo, BE3 Batch 2. In my part, we will discuss about exercising curriculum leadership in selecting textbooks and other instructional materials. So for me, as soon to be a teacher, I should be empowered to select textbooks and other instructional materials that they use in their classes. So we need to find the textbook instructional materials that they are needed to, so that they can be easy for them to know on how to do. In the year of 2015, the Department of Education developed a framework for developing and selecting textbooks and instructional materials. The framework prescribes that all textbooks and instructional materials are: the first one is about aligned to the K-12 curriculum. It says that the textbooks and other instructional materials should follow the curriculum standards and competencies prescribed by the K-12 curriculum. So, if we say competency prescribed by the K-12 curriculum, the instructional materials and the textbooks should be follow what the curriculum are.
Good day everyone, by the way, I am Carlos Cuadro from B-3 Batch 2. Our topic is teacher as curriculum leaders, and my part is developing teachers as curriculum leaders. Curriculum leaders are trained and developed. They are products of different in-service and pre-service teacher education program. They also develop their skills from their teaching experience and encounter with great teachers. They are products of mentors, and they are formed by supportive professional work environments. There are few important factors that needs to be considered in the development teachers and curriculum leaders. First, the empowerment. Empowerment is a teacher's need to be empowered to make important decisions, solving problems, take actions, and innovate in their own schools and classes. Second, efficient system. Teachers need to work in an efficient working environment. They need to be part of a system that is collaborative, professional, and effective. Third, mentoring system. Mentoring system teachers, especially the neophyte teachers, need mentoring from effective and model mentors. Fourth and the last one is administrative support. At any levels, teachers will need to be full support from the administration, especially when they want to innovate or develop goods program from the schools and for the students. That's all, and thank you, and God bless you all.
This is Flordilis El Fajardo, B-3 Batch 2. In this video is the continuation of the report of our group all about teachers as curriculum leaders. So in my part, we will discuss about the reflection on teachers as curriculum leaders. So in teachers as considered curriculum and instructional leaders in various levels of education. So as a curriculum leaders, they perform different notes and functions that are essential in planning, design, development, implementation, and evaluation of the curriculum. So there are parts of the reflection from the teachers as curriculum leaders. Letter A, they provide technical support in curriculum planning. So if we say technical support, it helps people who have problems using computer. Letter B, they design curriculum from basic education to higher education. The design of curriculum should be easy to the basic education to the higher education. Letter C, they help develop the curriculum content and activities including assessment tools. Helping is very important to our curriculum in activity and assessment tools. Letter D, they implement the curriculum in various capacity as administrators or as classroom teachers. Letter E, they help evaluate the curriculum that they should know on how to evaluate the curriculum. The last is F, they introduce curriculum innovation. That is part of the reflections of teachers as considered curriculum and technical instructional leaders. The next is about instructional leadership, one of the function of the teachers as curriculum leaders. There are the following. One of these, letter A, is supervise the implementation of curriculum and academic standards. Letter B, promote a school culture and commute conducive to teaching and learning. Letter C, communicate the philosophy, vision, and mission of the school. Letter D, train teaching or teachers and school staff. Letter E, lead the development or purchase instructional materials. Letter F, prepare the school budget for the instruction. Letter G, observe classes of teachers. Last is H, check assessment tools in exams and authentic assessment of the teachers. So, these are the following that the instructional leaders of one of the functions of teachers as curriculum leaders. That's all my topic. Thank you.